live on BOLO VNR on 2.0. I'm live on BOLO TBV I'm live on BOLO VNR on TikTok, sorry, and I'm live on BOLO TBV on YouTube. Alright, so that's what I'm doing right now. I want to talk about what's going on. There was a release today from CHEIF CURRIE. There was a release from CHEIF CURRIE, and I want to get into that on his Instagram. So it's my intention to ventilate or try to understand what's going on, because I was listening to Panaja TV earlier before I came on. And I want to do this live early too, because I don't really want 1 o'clock past me. I'm still up, so that's why me come on so early, to be quite honest with you, ladies and gentlemen. I've been at it all day. For those that have been watching me in my previous live, Lady MQ876, how you doing? Thank you for liking the video. Without me asking, shout out to the people that come in smashing the like button, man. Salute to you guys. I really appreciate it. Can we get to 30,000 likes in the next hour? And for BOLO TBV, you guys know what to do, man. You guys know what to do. You guys do a great job over BOLO TBV to get the likes up to where we need it. So please continue that wonderful trend, and do know that I appreciate it. It helps the videos to go out, yeah. Make we start off the vibes with some music. I want to big up J Bird, and let me get the audio earlier. So yeah, let me connect my Bluetooth, because I had disconnected it. There we go, the sweet sound. Yeah, more have a fresh start tomorrow. You know them way they're fresh. Man, I've been behind on my work on it's hard, man. It takes up a lot of time. Me feel good now.
Jamaica. This is another Crazy J. Hey Andrew, a full time for you go now.
Full time.
Jamaica people, them not like you.
They don't.
Worst thing, them can't trust you.
I'm here to tell you.
Look how you sell out the Cuban.
My God.
And accept American.
What are they?
How you know say them not like we. And from morning them fight we.
He's out. All I'm pull up Jamaica.
Jamaica. Yo. Hold security now. This is another Crazy J. Hey Andrew, a full time for you go now. Jamaica people, them not like you. Worst thing, them can't trust you.
Yeah.
Look how you sell out the Cuban.
Come sell out the Cuban them.
And accept American.
My God.
How you know say them not like we. And from morning them a fight we.
Yeah.
Andrew, look what you do now.
Right.
I worship you make come dark. And you know we can't fight. Andrew, you sell we out. Andrew go fix up the road them. The hospital that need doctor. The whole of Jamaica fracture. From we get Jamaica. This is another
Jamaica, like up the live. Oh my God, like up the live, Jamaica.
Hey Andrew, a full time for you go now. Jamaica people, them not like you. Worst thing, them can't trust you. Look how you sell out the Cubans. and accept American.
Oh God, man.
How you know say them no like we? And from morning them a fight we. And you look what you do now. I worship you make come down.
Yes.
And you know we can't fight. And to yourself we all. And you go fix up the road them. Full hospital them need doctor. The whole of Jamaica fracture. From we get the medicine. People asleep on that day. Some asleep on floor. Jamaica. This is another Crazy J.
No man, Crazy J, really crazy with you.
Hey Andrew, a full time for you go now. Jamaica people
Antonio
them like you. Worst thing them can't trust you. Look how you sell out the Cuban.
Oh my God, good night, Tommy.
Accept Americans. How you know say them no like we? And from morning them a fight we. And you look what you do now. I worship you make come down. And you know we can't fight. And to yourself we all. And you go fix up the road them.
Hey.
The hospital them need doctor.
Remember.
The whole of Jamaica fracture. From we get the Melissa.
Yeah, tell you.
People asleep on that day. Some asleep on floor. Andrew, you come from Jamaica. And you don't like the people. You make the country you suffer now.
Man, it's able to pull up.
Andrew, you don't remember when I said the Spanish town you're from.
Man, it's able to pull up.
Jamaica.
Man, it's able to pull up.
This is another Crazy J.
No man, that song is too bad.
Hey Andrew, a full time for you go now. Jamaica people them not like you. Worst thing them can't trust you.
Can't trust him.
Look how you sell out the Cubans and accept Americans. How you know say them not like we? And from morning them a fight we. And you look what you do now. I worship you make come down. And you know we can't fight. And to yourself we all. And you
Up on the screen.
and you go fix up the road them. The hospital them need doctor. The whole of Jamaica fracture. From we get the Melissa. People asleep on that day.
My God. And
Some asleep on floor.
Some asleep on floor, Jamaica.
Andrew, you come from Jamaica.
We have to check
And
that.
you don't like the people.
How that work?
You make the country
Yes,
you
I'm for
suffer
pull up
now.
again. No man.
Andrew, you know.
Yes, I'm for pull up again. Yes, I'm for pull up again.
Jamaica.
No, Crazy Day. That song is a hit. Big up Jerry Brand for 10 minutes.
This is another
This is a semi-exclusive.
J.
No people not hear that song yet.
Hey Andrew, a full time for you go now. Jamaica people them don't like you. Worst thing them can't trust you. Look how you sell out the Cubans
Wicked.
and accept Americans.
What a germ.
How you know say them no like we?
Hey.
And from morning them a fight we. And you look what you do now. I worship you make come down. And you know we can't fight. And to yourself we all. And you go fix up the road them. The hospital them need doctor. The whole of Jamaica fracture. From we get the Melissa. People asleep on that day. Some asleep on floor.
What a wickedness, man.
Andrew, You come from Jamaica, and you don't like the people. You make the country you suffer now. Andrew, you don't remember when they say a Spanish town you're from. They say your man and grow. Why you sell we out?
Why you sell we out, Andrew?
Sure know that.
You know that.
Oh, feel the poor people in pain enough.
Real thing.
Jamaica, don't make it get to your brain. Listen what I want. Jamaica, understand the phone right now.
Yes.
If I fight them, I will fight now.
Gaza security, big up.
And now is the time now.
Yes.
Come make we stand up like Marvin
That's it.
and Andre Stevens. And we are big up, we in lump sum.
That's right.
And them attack for we right now.
That is it.
We have to get rid of broken.
I mean.
The man wicked and
Terrible man. The man is something for pull up again.
and just for money.
No, crazy J, that one I can't. Pull up again. We can't play one next time. You see back a black.
Jamaica.
Back a black. We can't play one. And last time I play, I threw Mr. Cole. You know, say general.
This is another Crazy J. Hey Andrew, a full time for you go now. Jamaica people them not like you.
They like him.
Worst thing them can't trust you.
Yeah, just him in a pallet.
Look how you sell out the Cuban
Blacker.
and accept American.
What a man wicked.
How you know say them not like we. And from morning them a fight we. Andrew, look what you do now.
Jesus.
I worship you make come down. And you know we can't fight. Andrew, you sell we out. Andrew, go fix up the
Janet
road.
walk one.
The hospital them need doctor.
You need doctor.
The whole of Jamaica fracture. From we get the Melissa. People asleep on that day.
Some unknown what's up, my baby.
Some asleep on floor. Andrew, you come from Jamaica.
Jamaica, you come from, you know.
And you don't like the people.
Why you not like we?
You make the country you suffer now.
My God.
Andrew, you don't remember.
You remember?
When they say a Spanish town you're from. They say your man and grow. Why you sell we out? Sure know that.
Tell them boy, rough.
Oh, feel the poor people in pain enough. Jamaica, don't make it get to your brain.
Go on with it.
Listen what I want. Jamaica, understand the phone right now. If I fight them, I will fight now.
Vigilant, big up.
And now is the time now.
Yes.
Come make we stand up like Marvin
That's right.
and Andre Stevens.
See that?
And we are big up, we in lump sum. And them attack for we right now.
Top up the life.
We have to get rid of broken.
Yes, no man.
The man wicked and lie. And just through money. And just sell we out.
Andrew, hey, himself, you know, Jai Barnes, are you that? No, man, you can't do over your son to be a moderator, mama. Big up yourself. Big up yourself. Jamaica, one big up J. Brian. Mighty God. He sang bad. This song bad. The song on point. The song I tell you exactly what I want. The man sell you out in Jamaica. Fully sell we out. That big up yourself. Mighty God. Anyway, I could go in at the program because I'm not stay long with you tonight. You know. Zane, me not stay long with you tonight. I tell you that. Me this is what we call one live rum break, like what Mr. Cole always say. Ladies and gentlemen, good night, your brother BOLO TBV, and I want to start off with the media release from CHEIF CURRIE. I haven't had a chance to read it yet. It was like 8 hours ago, something to that effect. Let me just refresh the page. Alright, 8 hours ago, yes. I was prompted to this particular, media release listening to Andre Stevens. It says, for immediate release, June 24, 2026, statement from the office of CHEIF CURRIE. and the full Maroon Council. The Office of Chief Currie and the full Maroon Council expressed concerns regarding the manner in which recent police activities in Akongpong have been portrayed in the media. The reporting has created the unfortunate and misleading impression that Akongpong town is a community gripped by fear, lawlessness, and criminality. Nothing could be further from the truth. Akongpong has historically been and continues to be one of Jamaica's safest communities, maintaining a long-standing cultural order, communal responsibility, and respect for the rule of law. Since assuming office, the administration of Chief Currie has maintained an open and cooperative relationship with the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Akongpong authorities have repeatedly collaborated with the police in identifying wanted persons, preventing criminal activity, and maintaining peace. Most recently, Akongpong authorities utilized sophisticated technological resources and invited members of the Black River Police to participate in a late-night operation aimed at locating a wanted individual in the surrounding bush area. Traditionally, the JCF has shared information concerning wanted individuals believed to be near Akongpong, recognizing that Maroon possess knowledge of families within our territories where credible information can be attained. This is how Akongpong has always maintained public safety. We use intelligence and cooperate with citizens and authorities to keep our space clear of criminal activity. Against this backdrop, the full Maroon Council was surprised by the large development of police personnel in Akongpong on June 23, 2026 without prior engagement with community leadership. The Office of the Chief and the full Maroon Council can confirm that we have no knowledge of suspicious individuals or known wanted men currently domiciled or hiding in Akongpong town. We call upon the JCF immediately, and this is in highlighted black. We call upon JCF immediately to immediately publish the names and photographs of the alleged wanted men so that proper coordination may occur in the interest of public safety. So this is definitely a call specifically to the JCF to say, listen, we can help. We want to help. Who are you looking for? Let's get them and get this on with, because you don't want to cause this is a peaceful place. So high volumes of police serve as intimidation for the people. Them don't know, like, it's not good, right? It says during January 6th, 2026, in an Akongpong town, Prime Minister Andrew Onis recognized Akongpong as a model community distinguished by peace, discipline, and social order. Nothing has changed since Prime Minister visit and speech in Akongpong. The law that governs Akongpong has been maintained. The people of Akongpong see the media reports as either sensationalism or discrimination against an indigenous community. Akongpong remains committed to peace, justice, and cooperation in the fight against crime. Above all, Akongpong remains proud, peaceful, and resilient First Nation people of Jamaica, issued by Office of Chief Currie, Akongpong Town, Cockpit Country, Jamaica. I don't think there's another page. Okay, so this is the hunt on for wanted men, weapons in Akongpong. Cops vow no relenting. So so this is the Observer. Oh, so I get it now. And that particular police, very interesting. Very interesting. Mr. Wayne Lonesome always talk about him. And them highlight this particular part of it. It says, pointing to Akongpong Town as an example of peaceful coexistence, the Prime Minister said the community experience offers value lessons for the rest of the country. You have lived together without violence. You have been an example to the rest of Jamaica, he underscored. So this is the reference to the speech that Andrew Onis had made. I don't understand why the police would do things a certain way, you know, with the Maroons, and it has been successful over the years. And now they put out an article in the paper saying that hunt on for wanted men, weapons in a compound, cops vow no relenting. So this storyline suggests that, you know, this place is a terrible place. Weapons in a compound, wanted men is there, and the cops vow no relenting would mean that they are coming up against some type of resistance. So you see the narrative already being played out here just by the headline from the Observer. I don't know about you guys, but I find this very concerning, namely because I believe this is in Black River, yes? Because they said the Black River police in the release. What has been happening in St. Elizabeth, ladies and gentlemen? What has been happening in St. Elizabeth? You know what has been happening? There has been rumors about development and smart cities and, you know, South Beach, Coast, and all of these things. What does the Maroon sit on? All the things necessary in minerals to create a smart city. Think I'm lying? Go and do your research. Go and do your research. Please like the video and share the video, ladies and gentlemen. If you think I am lying, go and do your research. The Maroons are sitting on wealth. And I believe this is the reason why this is happening with the police. Because it wouldn't make any other sense to me personally. That's just my belief. I don't know what you guys think. I don't know what you guys think. But, you know, it says here, for immediate release, the office of Chief Currie and the full Maroon expressed concerns regarding the manner in which recent police activities in their compound. I don't know if it, no, I'm not write out the exact same thing here, but let me see if there's any other messages coming out of their compound. No, I was watching Andre, right? And like I said, that's where I got the you know, it appears as if Chief Currie was going to come on to the show, which I would have loved to have seen him on there to provide greater context, but I'm going to play some of it of what happened there, ladies and gentlemen. Just some of it.
Targeted. So let's see if we can get the Chief back in if he is back, because we do genuinely have some questions that we just want to try and understand in terms of what's going on, because the JCF has said tonight that they're going to keep a strong police presence in and around the area. And again, I'm not sure if this what we're seeing unfold is part of a wider government policy in terms of, you know, the government is saying, hey, crime is down, violent crime is down, murders is down, and this is part of them expanding that operation.
Well, you know, no, respectfully, that wouldn't make any sense, because the Akongpong area, again, has a history of these people living in peace. You understand? If Jamaica could model, you know, how the Maroons govern themselves, we truly wouldn't have any crime in Jamaica. They are a disciplined people, ladies and gentlemen. All right? And I don't think, you know, people like that maintain that type of discipline, that has the history that they have in terms of fighting for their rights to the very end, if necessary. You know, I don't see why, having a good relationship with the police, they would come now and say, oh, you know, hey, we're going to go by force. Because that's what this seems like. This seems like, yo, we're going to go by force, you know. When, if you can catch flies with honey, why would you use vinegar? Why would you use vinegar? Make it make sense.
So it's interesting, isn't it? Because, like I said, there are also residents who are panicking, who are concerned, who don't want a big police presence in their territory. So is there a way we can try and get Chief Currie back again? We'll give him a minute or two, but let me get to some of your comments in the meantime. Let me just try and get to some of you. It's pretty important. We want to hear directly from the man himself. So we'll just wait a minute or two longer. For example, the superintendent, like he said earlier, goes in and he uncovers
No, I don't know. The pictures he's showing, I'm hoping this is not a compound because I see police on the roof. I'm like, wait a minute, what? Police doing on Queen? What's up, Queen? What is police doing on the roof? Like, come on, man, stop.
Him and his officers, they uncover whatever they're looking for. Would we be able to trust the process? Because again, I'm just hoping that they'll be able to document these things and have body cams or whatever, just to, just so that there is transparency and maybe get the people to understand. Because no one.
Hey, no, Noel, I am happy you said those things, but the reality is this government and the police, they do not operate in that way. They don't operate with accountability or transparency. It's quite sad. But he said something that like the chief came in and like he messaged him or something, or I don't know. I'm trying to find that.
So the chief has had to go to deal with that.
Yes, see there. Right here, sir.
So the chief has said, we are putting out fires, need to reschedule interview. So there is again, it's a pretty brief message.
What can go so?
So it's a pretty brief message right now. There appears to be fire, an incident involving, we don't know if it's one or multiple fires in Kompong town tonight. So the chief has had to go to deal with that.
No, in this situation, I don't know if it means literal fire or he means to mitigate situations that might flare up into potential violence. That's what it could be, a code for that as well. I'm gonna scroll down a bit because I saw that Andre came on, but I don't know if he's speaking about this. He's in the airport. He's in the airport. Let me see if he talked about the
sandwich and one little cup of Sprite. You pay the oil per month. That can't hold nobody. But here, no amount of what he's trying to do, no amount of clean up work will not work. Jamaican people tired of him. Tired of him.
That's true.
You hear what I say? Tired of him.
That's true.
What I find interesting, right, is that, and now you've given me some food to think about, food for thought. Why not prevent this and people going to protests and try and do the basic things, right? Reasonable schedules, adequate staffing, support for their mental health, put the provisions in place where they're proper staff. Why is it going to take for them to protest for you then to say, okay, we're going to listen to you?
All right, so now they're talking about Christopher Tufton. That's a whole other conversation. I think I want to do a whole show on that. So please let me know what you guys think. That's an update on a compound. Hopefully tomorrow we'll get some more information, ladies and gentlemen, where that is concerned. Yeah, like and share. Thank you. All right, so I want to go to the interview with Mr. Wildman because everybody was on my case today. I talked to Derval late in the night. He told me that he was on the road and he apologizes because I was trying to reach out to him, to find out what is going on. He was trying to reach out to Mr. Buchanan, but Mr. Buchanan was unavailable because I was supposed to have him on TikTok live, which I would have streamed to my YouTube today. Jenny, good night. How you doing, my darling? Which I would have streamed through my my YouTube today, and just to find out what is really going on, right? Shout out to Derval. I don't know. On Derval, we got Derval. Appreciate. So at some point I got hear from him, but I think the lawyer did an excellent job in explaining what's going on in the case. I think he did an excellent.
That there were a lot of things that he didn't think was right that went on, and that the results were impacted. So he's seeking to have the court review the matter.
She said it's a professional situation.
Was the problem, and who does she have a connections with? Alleging that the election was not conducted.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, I want to just do my own reaction to everything that was said here with Mr. Hugh Wildman on PDTV. please remember to go over to PDTV and subscribe. Andre Stevenson, Noel Phillips, you understand? PDTV News is the station. Shout out to Noel. I think he did a great job in trying to understand, get people to understand the intricacies of the case and where it was at and what they're seeking.
Fairly. Now the Prime Minister.
Sorry, and what they're seeking to try and achieve. He in some cases he was brilliant because as a journalist he played the devil's advocate and tried to ask questions from the other side that would come from the other side in terms of the labor right demands and stuff like that, are persons in the public that might be thinking certain way, you know what I mean? But let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. Very interesting interview.
It is worth saying, was declared the winner of the constituency, but Buchanan has maintained that there are a lot
Sherry,
of
what's up,
things that he
darling?
didn't think
Skip,
was
where
right
are you
that
with,
went
bro?
on, and that the results were
Big up in a
impacted.
splash.
So he's seeking to have the court review the matter. So let's try and get to the bottom of this now with Hugh Wildman, who is Paul Buchanan's attorney. Now, Hugh, I appreciate you coming on tonight and for finding the time to do this, because I think it's, like I was saying earlier, it's one of those stories that a lot of people seem to want to talk about. So tell me tonight, Hugh, how significant is this conflict of interest issue that came to light in court today?
Well, the judge was of the view that because of the association in the past, she could not hear the case. So that was the issue.
Also, the judge was the problem. And who does she have a connection with? The Prime Minister?
No, she said that when she was in the Attorney General's chamber, she knew Mr. Buchanan. So
Right.
she put that on the table that, we could still have gone ahead with the case if the parties agreed, but we didn't have a problem because Mr. Buchanan said that must have been a long time ago. And so we were prepared to go ahead, but the other side was not.
Right, so the other side, they were keen to say, actually, we need to bring a halt to proceedings and try and find someone else who might have no connection to both Mr. Buchanan and the Prime Minister.
Yes, well, the court decided to take a break and to consider it. And they came back after a long break deliberation and said that they were trying to get another replacement judge, but they were not successful, so they had no choice but to put it off until the 27th of next month.
Junior.
Talk to me, Hugh, how unusual, given the fact that you're...
So it's confirmed, it's the 27th of next month. When you hear that from the man, listen to what I'm saying again.
Replacement judge, but they were not successful, so they had no choice but to put it off until the 27th of next month.
So it's the 27th of July, ladies and gentlemen. CVM made an error. They will have to correct it, but it's the 27th of July. Okay? All right, let's continue.
Talk to me, Hugh, how unusual, given the fact that you're in and out of court every single day, how unusual is a situation like that, a scenario where a judge will excuse themselves, given the fact that it's not like she was with Mr. Buchanan last week or the month before having cocktails. I mean, is it pretty unusual, or is it because of how high profile the case is? She was just being very, very cautious.
I suspect it's the latter part of your question, because given the fact that, as Mr. Buchanan said, and she said it was a professional situation, and it would not have been something that took place recently. It would have been probably almost 30 years. So we thought that it was a judge to, but she placed it on the record that everybody is aware of it, and the other side was not prepared to go ahead without any further query.
So from what I'm understanding here, the judge said, listen, we're going to let it be known that, I knew Mr. Paul Buchanan when I was a press secretary. Sylvan, big up, yeah, July 27th. If that's going to be an issue, I just want to state it now so we can get that out the way. I think that was a smart thing to do, because if things had reached a certain, level, you know what I mean, they could use it against her. That would be Andrew Honest's defense, and that would slow down the process of justice. So I do appreciate the judge pointing that out. So basically, them say, all right, we're gonna see if we're gonna take a break and see if we can get somebody else. They didn't get somebody else, and then so they put it off until July 27th. But the lawyers of Andrew Honest was trying to put it off till July 30th, or even down in September. And them said, no, No. It's going to be the 27th of July.
So, does this have the potential to affect the outcome of the case long term?
Well, all it means is that it delays the process. That we could have done it yesterday, I did not been for that.
Could have done with it.
Dr. Holness, now he was declared the winner, right, in 2025 in the general election. Talk to me about what your client is alleging and what evidence does he have that could potentially overturn the result.
Well, the evidence is very strong, very compelling. A lot of voter breaches of the Representation of the People's Act, which would have been sufficient to overturn the breaches of the Representation of the People's Act, which would have
breaches of the Representation of People's Act. The man said there's a lot of machine fit. What's up, bro? Salute. He said there is a lot of compelling evidence where this case is concerned for Mr. Buchanan. So all the people that is worried and oh my God, please don't pay attention. Listen to the lawyer. What's up, machine fit?
Insufficient to overturn the polls, the result of the polls. It's very compelling evidence. And I think it's a very strong case that Mr. Buchanan has. Very strong. And all we need is just to apply the law. And once you apply the law, I think it is a foregone conclusion that the election will be voided.
And
Jamaica, the lawyer confident, Mr. U Wildman, all is needed is for the law to be applied. And it's a foregone conclusion that the election will be voided. And that would make Andrew Holness no longer the Prime Minister. He would have to remove himself. You understand? Think about that.
Talk me through that, Hugh, because if things work out in your favor and in the favor of Mr. Buchanan, what happens next? Does that mean that Jamaica will have to have another election, or that the Prime Minister will be forced to step aside, or there will have to be a by-election for his seat? What happens? When
the election is voted and the Prime Minister no longer sits in Parliament, so there will have to be a new Prime Minister.
Jamaica, God is not sleeping here. God is not sleeping.
When the election is voted and the Prime Minister no longer sits in Parliament, so there will have to be a new Prime Minister.
Wow. And
that's a reality, the situation.
I mean, listen, you seem like a very reputable, sensible man. I've read your background. You've been around a long time.
Yes.
Surely, in a case like this, you wouldn't be pursuing this for the sake of it. So you're saying that there is compelling evidence out there.
Very compelling evidence. Very compelling evidence. Very compelling.
Hugh, for people who are watching this, haven't taken
and the evidence is not challenged by the other side. It's not like they're saying it didn't happen. They're not saying that these things didn't happen. So it is unchallenged evidence.
Jamaica, I want you to pay attention to what the man just said. The evidence that Mr. Paul Buchanan has presented in front of the court against the Prime Minister of Jamaica, Dr. Andrew Holness, in the previous election on September 3rd, 2025, the irregularities that took place, all they need is one irregularity for a re-election. We have to have free and fair elections, ladies and gentlemen. And what took place? Voter suppression, all different types of things took place. The man is saying, Bridget, nobody argued against the affidavits. None of the lawyers argued to say these things did not occur. I want that to soak in. I want it to sink in. I want it to marinate on that reality. Yeah, when the man said it is a very, very strong case. Tika, big up yourself. Yeah, man, tomorrow midday, big up yourself. See, Tika and I building the ladies and gentlemen. So tomorrow, Tika, you do the live tomorrow, midday. I will make sure that I am awake, man. And I am live. I understand, because I need to hear from Mr. Paul Buchanan. But let's hear more from the lawyer, ladies and gentlemen.
For people who aren't following the case closely and probably aren't, taking the time to go through the evidence or the court records, can you tell us maybe just the one main thing that you'll be arguing in court, which will prove that your client genuinely has a case and could potentially see the Prime Minister?
There are so many breaches. For example, you had people mass men overrunning polling station, people running from polling station to leave the station to meet people to do what they will feel like doing with the ballot boxes and the ballot.
People that were responsible to stay at the polling stations left the polling stations, ladies and gentlemen. So manipulation could take place in that time. That alone is going to cause this thing to go for re-election. It cannot stand Jamaica. It is a breach of democracy. I'm telling you, Uno can't stay there, doubt. Mr. Paul Buchanan and the people of Jamaica is going to come out and tap in this case. Under God. You understand? Let's continue.
You have mass men overrunning polling station, people running from polling station to leave the station to meet people to do what they will feel like doing with the ballot boxes and the ballot. You have double voting, impersonation. You had people being, intimidated in front of polling station in breach of the law. You had a situation which is very, very strong. The law, section 4410A of the Act, says that at the close of the poll, the candidates' representatives must be allowed to accompany the ballot boxes to the counting center. That was not done. That is a serious breach.
Jamaica, want to hear that? The candidates' representatives under the law must be allowed. And I didn't even know this. This is a law now we are talking about. This is a breach of the law. The candidates' representatives must be allowed to accompany the ballot boxes to the polling station. And this did not happen. This did not. That is a big breach. No, Jamaica, re-election. We can't tell them. There's no way they can. This go in front of the election court. It's over, and there's no reason for it not to go in front of the election court, because he's gonna explain further that they were arguing about time, and he didn't file in time, which is nonsense. He filed 9 days. And he needed 14 days, so he filed early. Plus, given the breaches, time is not a factor. You see me? The first filing filed, those people were in breach, and they are the ones that caused this thing to draw out. This should have been over. They should have been had a re-election already, if the law was exercised, and that is the problem. The law itself did not get a chance to be exercised. Understand? There was a hindrance of the law. Let's continue.
All these are, just one is sufficient to overturn the election.
One.
So he said, and there was diversion of the route that the ballot boxes should have traveled to get to the counting station. So all of these things, and these are stronghold boxes for Mr. Buchanan. So it is a very strong case. So
not only did they not allow the under the law for the representative of Mr. Paul Buchanan to accompany the boxes to the polling station, there's a specific route that they're supposed to take, ladies and gentlemen, and they did not take it. They took the long way around. And these boxes, what is significant is that they are coming from the stronghold of Mr. Paul Buchanan, the clusters that he has the most votes in. So clearly, based off the affidavits, this was a orchestrated, conglomerate execution. That is what it appears to be. Yes, based off the affidavits and what is being said. That is not being challenged. All the things that happened, the light went out, the internet, all type of craziness. Man, I jump over fence and I come, yo, Jaja. Crazy.
What do you say to people on the other side of this debate, Paul, who will say this is simply sour grapes? You know, Mr. Buchanan is miserable that he didn't win the election.
No, it cannot be, because the law makes provision for this to happen. The law says that after the person is declared to be a winner, you have the right to petition the constituted authority to have that body refer the matter to the election court to void the election. Mr. Buchanan did exactly that because of the compelling evidence that was presented. So it can't be a sour grape situation. The evidence is there and it is not challenged. It is not like, say, the other side, that Dr. Waller's side is saying, oh, these things didn't happen. They have not contested the facts. They have not. So they are not saying these things didn't happen. So once you have that state of affair, then it is a question of applying the law. And the law says that one single act is sufficient to overturn the election. One single act that seriously affects the integrity of the election is sufficient.
I'm dead.
What remedy is Mr. Buchanan seeking from the court?
Well,
is he asking for a recount, a fresh
no,
election, or
he's
something?
asking for this election in the constituency to be voided. So you'd have to have a rerun of the election in West Central St. Andrew.
Somebody in the comment section just asked a wonderful question. Lisa Ray says, is there a reason election? Is there a reason election? How can it be guaranteed the same thing won't happen? Well, guess what? Mr. Buchanan's seat will be the only seat that will be going for re-election for one. So there will be more eyes on the ground. And all the things that did happen, that they saw happen, they would put measures in place to make sure it never happen again. It's a different thing when you have the whole island of election, you know. But you see, when the one entity of election, they can put the proper policing based off of the JCF and everything, the proper policing to make sure, say, yo, one strict, clean election run. Yes, and Mr. Paul Buchanan will have his friends to be there to support him to make sure that there's a free and fair election. And Andrew Wallace will get an ass whooping. Because on that night, I'm telling you, when I look on the score, I say, mighty God, Mr. Paul Buchanan gone with the seat, you know. I say, yo, who is that man here? Mr. Paul Buchanan gone with the seat when I watch it September 3rd. I say, oh, you want to say Andrew losing seat? You want to say Andrew honest a losing seat? I say, God, I saw you go do him. This is the way I go fall. I saw me say, you know. Come here, watch the prophecy them, you know. Hey, you can't stay there. Me say, Mr. Paul Buchanan said, once them call the re-election, all of the people them we couldn't have been there to support him. What do you think? The entire PMP are going to on the ground. The entire PMP are going to on the ground. What you talking about? Come like you don't understand. The man them are going to assemble like a Avengers. Lorraine, good night, my darling.
That is funny, honey. That's funny.
Man, I'm going to assemble like Avengers.
That is funny.
Remember that?
And
So-
could that happen without a fresh elections being called? Would that
Yes.
be an isolated thing? Where it would just be an
No,
election?
remember the law was set up in 1997 and it happened when Mr. Hollis himself was declared winner in 1997 against Dr. Blake. So the law, it was Parliament, after a serious debate as to the integrity of elections in Jamaica, this was set up specifically to deal with these things expeditiously, because before that it was the election petition route that was being used. But this was supposed to, this procedure was designed to ensure swift resolution of election malpractice in Jamaica. And so this procedure was invoked in 1997, and it is the second time it has been, the Constitutional Authority have been asked to do such a thing.
Can you tell us what happened for those of us who probably don't have the political history to go all the way back to the first example? What happened in the first case? Because you're saying this is the second time.
Well, yes, in the first case, they had to rerun the election in the constituency, and Dr. Wallace emerged still as the winner at the time. But the similar situation occurred, and they had to have a rerun.
Wow. I mean, would you say that this case is probably, and I know that there's a lot going on in Jamaica right now, but this case is up there when it comes to Jamaica's democracy and confidence in the electoral process?
It is very much so. That is critical in this case.
Yep.
Very critical.
Yep.
talk us through just the feelings of how Mr. Buchanan is kind of feeling about this. Is he getting fed up that it's being dragged out? Does he just want it to be over and
Well,
done with?
yes, he's very disappointed about the dragging out of the case. He's very disappointed about that, for sure.
So 27th of July is when you return to court with Mr. Buchanan.
You hear
Yes,
that?
yes, that's
When
correct.
you return, what will happen on that day?
Well, hopefully we get started with the case, the application for leave of judicial review. So hopefully we'll get started on that day.
Are you part of a wider team that's doing this, or is it just you by yourself who's kind of?
Well, I am the main person. I'm representing Mr. Buchanan. I'm the main. Other persons coming, but I'm the main person representing Mr. Buchanan.
So here's the thing, very quickly, Hugh, and guys, if you have questions, you can send them right now. We'll try and ask Hugh any questions that you have. Here's the thing. For people like myself who aren't in Jamaica and we're watching from afar and given the fact that you just explained it so eloquently and so clear, it feels like to me that this is, when people say consequential,
Yes.
this is one of those consequential moments. And if
Yes.
if you win this case, right, and let's just speak hypothetically here, you win this case, do you think that this will damage, the public's trust in the system, the very institutions that exist, that people should trust in Jamaica? Because
Well, it could also result in some reassurance that the system works, because the law was set up to deal with these issues, and it is important that the judicial process be allowed to work and where there is evidence of election malpractice, that it should be dealt with. And we are saying in this case, the evidence was compelling that there was election malpractice. And Mr. Buchanan is entitled to have this matter addressed in a most transparent way.
Mm-hmm.
What reforms do you think are needed off the back of this case once this is all done and dusted? Is there anything that can be put in place now in order to prevent this happening again?
Well, that is why the Constitutional Authority is set up to ensure, to police elections in Jamaica. That's what they're there for. They are set up to police the polls. So the process is to be allowed to work. So they are there to ensure that elections are conducted according to law.
Mm-hmm.
And where it is not, they have the power and a duty to have it corrected.
Right.
Let me ask you the opposite now, Mr. Wildman. If the Court of Appeal rules against you, will you finally accept Andrew Holness as the legitimate winner and move on?
Well, that is for Mr. Buchanan. I mean, it's possible that he could go also to the Privy Council. So that's Mr. Buchanan's right to deal with this situation as best as he can. But as I say, we are guided by the evidence. The evidence is there. There is strong, unchallenged evidence that the election was not conducted according to law. And that is what Mr. Buchanan is seeking to have vindicated.
I read somewhere, Hugh, that the judge described your case as being, quote, a knockout blow by the law. No. I would not even pay that much mind, because the judge proceeded on the wrong premise. This is not a time issue. There's no time issue in this case. Mr. Buchanan applied within the 14 days that the law said he is to apply to have the election voided, which he did. Mm-hmm. And as soon as the Constituted Authority refused to send the matter to the election court, within days, I think 9 days, he applied for judicial review, which the law says must be done quickly, and it was well within time. So there could be no time issue that the judge spoke. I don't know what the judge was focusing on when she said that, but there's no time issue in this case. That you can mix up this with election petition. This is an election petition case. This is a new regime set up to rectify elections when they are conducted in violation of the Representation of the People's Act. Has this battle, Mr. Wildman, become, just from your personal observation, is this personal for Mr. Buchanan, this case? Is this very personal?
No, I think it's just strictly a legal situation. I mean, obviously, if he feels that he's wrong, then he wants to get it right. And that's what he's seeking to vindicate his right. So you can't blame a candidate for doing that. Anybody who feels that that have been agreed by the action of, the other side in the conduct of the election have a right to do what Mr. Buchanan is doing.
I mean, obviously, not to mention as well, Hugh, I think this case will be significant for you and your legacy, because if you win, there's gonna be a place for you in the history books.
Well, we just have to do what we have to. We just have to do what we have to do, because if you had contested the election, and all of these things occurred against you, where people take over the polling station, masked men, your agents have to run from the polling station, people are double voting, people are doing all these things. And then when the ballot boxes are to be transported to the counting center, the law said that it must be accompanied by your agent. That was not done. In the election of when it was done in 1997, these are the very things that were used to void the election.
You hear that?
You get what I'm saying?
I'm following
these
you.
Are the very things that occurred in that election in 1997 that caused the constituted authority to void the election. The law was applied there.
So here's the thing. What?
Ladies and gentlemen, the fact that the same breaches occurred under the same law in 1997 and the election was voided, this case is an open shut case. I'm just let y'all know right now, this is going to happen. Nothing has changed. The law hasn't changed. The last ruling and the same circumstances is going to be the same ruling. That's one thing I understand. Yes, Tika, me get it now. That's one thing when me understand about law. Anything when they did rule upon before and at the same or similar circumstances where the case is concerned, the court now going to do nothing different at the same MO. Period. That's why they might try to buy time and all of these things where Mr. Paul Buchanan talk about on TikTok. Say man I reach out to him and Empress Nama, how you doing? Yeah, man I reach out to him and I try give him bribe and money to take you and leave Andrew alone and all of these things. Jamaica, Andrew supposed to dip on his seat somewhere tonight and I got twat. The amount of anger where he spear them a come from God. He can't sight them a spear. Everything I got hit. Mighty God.
What I want to understand is, do you feel like, given how long this has been going on for, that the timelines for challenging election results, like the one you're dealing with, is simply too restrictive?
No. We're saying, once you have you have complied with the law in terms of timeline, then nothing else is important. You applied with the law says after the election is certified by the returning officer and you're declared to be the loser, as the case may be, you have 14 days to apply to the body to have the election. But Mr. Buchanan did that within days, less than 14 days. Understand? So you can't say he was out of time, okay? Then when they refused to do what they were supposed to do in terms of sending the matter to the election court, he did so within days again. He did not wait a long time for judicial review. Within a week or so, he's applying for judicial review to challenge what they did. So nobody can say that he was out of time.
Yes, Jada, thank you.
You know, when we talk about election results, and I know very quickly, Hugh, people look to the United States and they look at what Donald Trump was doing, or has been doing over the last couple of years when he refers to the 2020 election, presidential election with Joe Biden, which, as we know, despite about, I think, hundreds of court battles, he lost and Joe Biden won.
Yeah.
Are there parallels or similarities in the sense where, I guess the only difference here is that you say you have compelling evidence that illustrates.
Yes. And I said this evidence is not challenged. In other words, the law says that it must the evidence must be put in an affidavit or affidavit, as the case may be, and submitted to the constituted authority, which was done. So it is, the evidence is there.
Yes.
When you have, for example, you have an election being conducted and people, mass men taking over polling stations. That tells you right away that something is wrong
with your phone.
Is there physical evidence of that? Hugh?
Now hear me?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, that that these things are not challenged. They are put in affidavits. And affidavit means it is sworn in before a judge and the peace. On the other side, they have not challenged us, it didn't happen. That's the point I'm making. They did not say, well, this didn't happen.
Yeah, but here's the thing though, Hugh. This might just be attorneys being clever and saying, hey, we're going to keep our cards close to our chest. We're not going to let you know what our strategy is.
No,
is there a possibility that might be?
All right. So, are you guys hearing me now on TikTok? Because I want you guys to hear this part and understand this part. Because if I want to say shout out to Noel, because I was watching and I said people were saying he's asking over the questions. Noel, you are a professional. Sir, continue. Because if you did not ask this question, I wouldn't get clarity. I want you guys to listen to the question and listen to the answer from the lawyer about the affidavits. Listen to the process.
On the other side, they have not challenged us, it didn't happen. That's the point I'm making. They did not say, well, this didn't happen.
Yeah, but here's the thing though, Hugh. This might just be attorneys being clever and saying, hey, we're going to keep our cards close to our chest. We're not going to let you know what our strategy is.
No,
is there a possibility that might be the case?
No. In a court setting, where issues are being contested, one side put up evidence. You can't come to court and say, well, these things didn't happen unless you put it in a form of some affidavit, because that's what the law requires, that you put your pleadings before the court. We plead something, you must counter plead if you think that what we have said is not correct. And they have not done so. Right.
I mean, listen, it's one of those cases, like I said, I'm now gripped, and I'm going to be following every twist and turn in all of this, and it feels, and then I'm
So, that's what we want to point out. The most important thing, ladies and gentlemen, in regards to this particular case, is the affidavits. The affidavits, everything that he said that happened, man with mask, all of the things they want to hear Tika talk about, all of the things they want to hear Derval talk about, everybody that watched the videos with Paul Buchanan, Pama PH, and Tika and Derval, in regards to this case, will come out of the man's mouth. Everything when him say happened, that was a violation of process where elections are concerned. The defense of Andrew Onis, none of the lawyers has contested it. They have to contest it before it go to the judge them in the affidavit. They have no arguments against none of those accounts. Them can't say it never happened. This is an open shut case, you know. I done it on Jamaica. May I move on? You know, like I can't share the video. I got on time. Andrew can't escape this judgment. I remember tell her that. You can't escape this judgment. No, look a joke. I got on time, man. You can't do nothing Jamaica impeding on one corner. And look how God dangerous. This has got almost 1 year since the general election. This has got almost 1 year. Almost 1 year. Since September, they come run back around the corner, Tika. You know, remember me telling you say where the pastor say it's gonna be a Pyrrhic victory. It's gonna cost so much better if he never did win. It's gonna be painful. His tenure will be brief and painful. I go play it phone again, because I want to remember, you know. The things I don't want to remember. Let me find the pastor. Yes, man. He's out, pastor. He's out. Another pastor. The big up Pastor Peter Chambers. Pastor active on the TikTok, you know. Remember me tell you that pastor active on the TikTok, like whoa. Alright, so that video me I look for kind of the way down. When you wanna preach in a church. From the seat, you're gonna wait. God is gonna make your tenure brief and tenuous. You can't stay there. Open call to the Prime Minister, so you know. An open call to the Prime Minister. Andrew no hear, man. Andrew no listen and just want to do film one thing, and he now work with God program, so guess what? Radam, see that? Yes, Rattigan said.
Those who are partnering with the revival.
Hey, Yvonne.
So woe be unto those who are partnering with the revivalists, partnering, hallelujah, with the Rastafarians, partnering with the New Agers in the so-called interfaith collaboration. The Lord says, I am not a part of it.
Big up yourself, Michelle. Michelle, let's
And
change
I
the
shall
picture, man.
show open signs of my displeasure, saith the Lord. Again, count 40 days from October 28th, when Melissa made landfall. The Lord says, watch
My hand.
my hand.
Mm-hmm.
Watch my finger
Mm-hmm.
as I move across
This nation.
Mm-hmm. And so this again is an open call
to the Prime Minister.
to the Prime Minister of Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, the prophetic word is that your victory shall be a Pyrrhic victory. And if you think you see turmoil and hardship
You ain't seen
and
nothing.
difficulties, you ain't seen anything yet, say the
Mighty
Lord.
God.
For the longer you take to comply with my instructions,
Yes.
the more difficult it will be for you to govern the
This
nation.
country.
The Lord says, I will make
Thank you,
your
Tita.
brief tenure. Hallelujah. That's very interesting. I will make your brief tenure tenuous, say the Lord. Tenuous and painful.
Jamaica, when me telling you say, when me say pastor say, the Lord, thus saith the Lord, Andrew Owens' tenure will be brief and will be tenuous and painful. They will know no peace, Jamaica. Yes, they will know no peace.
Say the Lord, you still have the chance to listen to my voice. The Lord says, I have exposed you to my servants of the Lord over the years. You know the authentic vessels of God. Align yourself with them so that I, the Lord God, can extend grace, mercy, and favor to you so that you will be able to navigate or lead this nation through this moment of unprecedented crisis. The Lord says worse is up ahead if Jamaica does not turn. Worse is up ahead if Jamaica does not turn. Let me say it one more time. Worse is up ahead if Jamaica does not turn. So woe be unto those.
Worse is up ahead if Jamaica does not turn. We'll play one more from the pastor. It's not a pipe dream. Alright. I'm gonna sell me up on now. I go find it still. You sell me up and now on the Jamaica. It's not a pipe dream. Understand what is coming to Andrew Owens, ladies and gentlemen. God's words will not go void. You understand? This is spiritual. This is not regular. Who take down Pharaoh in our Bible? It wasn't the people. God himself orchestrated that. So just want to watch God's hand work. You understand? External intervention. That one I can listen to. Yeah.
And we thank God we are seeing more and more church leaders speaking up about the 3 days. We are seeing an increase in that, and we are happy because initially it was the impression that, oh, it is Shuttleworth's idea. Poor me. Huh? Me? My idea? Not my idea. So more and more as I'm seeing others, men and women of God, waking up to the reality and also daring to listen. They are now coming forward and said it's 3 days. Yes, it is. And the Lord had made that clear some years now. And we will continue to say it because that's what the Lord requires. at some little prayer breakfast here and prayer breakfast there, or person saying, oh, we're going to be wearing black and we march. No, that's not what is required. What is required is that the nation of Jamaica must be locked down for 3 days. That is what is required. And then, as a nation, we will move the heart and the hand of God to extend mercy and to shift things and reset things in this island of Jamaica. Failing that, we will continue to see conditions deteriorating in Jamaica through different types of adversities, this including cataclysmic ones, and also what is now looming is external intervention.
It's not good.
Into the affairs of this nation, which will lead to forced resignation of political leaders stepping down. Yes. And also some of them being arrested publicly. That is looming. And I'm speaking prophetically as the Lord is showing, which would also tie into the prophecy of ruffling of feathers,
clipping of wings,
plucking out of feathers, and clipping of wings. Yes. So if we don't repent, these are a number of things that are in the offing, and we will just see them unveiling or unfolding right before our very eyes. And we thank God we are seeing more and more church.
And nobody feel like, say, you see rich people them, the prophecy they feel rich people them too, you know. And Andrew alone, you know. Oh, the prophet said God is going to be targeting the rich people them in some nastiness with precision. You understand? When God come for them, he come for them specifically. Nobody now have to worry say him going to miss. The target is going to be them, whoever them is. Big people up, they have status. When God goes to and target them, I done it done. Church member them, the big people, and the pastor them, we are rock with Andrew and I promote bro devil. Repent. Trouble. Let's continue.
Not if Jamaica is to be changed, because we know Jamaica is being changed.
This.
Jamaica is being transformed.
Yeah.
And by or before 2027, we will see a new Jamaica emerging. Not completely new, obviously, but there will be major turning points. One of them, finally, we will be led by a righteous prime minister.
Mighty God.
And it might seem like a pipe dream. I'm smiling because those of us who are able to see in the realm of the spirit, we have some interesting developments coming this year that will trigger changes politically, which will take many by surprise, because there are those who think that they are around forever and they can stay as long as they want. We shall see what we shall see.
Listen up.
That's all I'm going to say. We shall see what we shall see. So apart from the intensification of judgment, which will come in different ways, not just natural disasters, but God will also use external intervention in the affairs of Jamaica. I'm going to say it one more time. God will use external interference in the affairs of Jamaica in order to set things right. Since we have leaders who think nobody like them.
Jamaica, are you guys aware that there was a 7.1 earthquake in Venezuela? I posted the video on my YouTube, short, 10-second or 30-second video. 7.1. Last time I checked that update, there was a tsunami watch. You see how close it is to Venezuela? You see how close it is to Venezuela? A 7.1 earthquake hit Venezuela earlier tonight. When I got the update, it was like maybe, I don't know, 1 hour since the earthquake happened, more or less. California had one too. I didn't even know that. 7.1 7.1. I don't even know if we can show you. Let me see if we can show you without. We say 3 different places, Julia. Oh, now pay attention. Okay. Let's see if we can show you. I put it on my BOLO VNR 2.0 channel. Why that's something I keep doing that, man? I don't want to have my computer overheat, you know. This thing is very important. The fan needs to stay on. Anyway. Second to last video I'm gonna post.
Desastre que hay. Acabado totalmente. Observen después del terremoto. Observen cómo quedó todo. Señores, grave la situación que estamos viendo acá.
Want to see that? Total destruction. Roof a caving. What's up, Saturday? Roof a caving. Floor look like it all a split. 7.1 earthquake. And they said there was a warning and a watch out for a tsunami. So there has been a warning for Jamaica where that is concerned. Me kinda just me kinda stop warning us still. If you guys look on my page, the link to those videos is in my description. All of the tsunami videos them when they do, the prophecy about the tsunami. I did like 2 1.5 hour series and post it. I have a playlist about the tsunami. I have shared Sister CURRIE playlist. When people say, oh, why you stop react to Sister CURRIE? I mean, Sister CURRIE link is in the description of all of my videos. All of them. Like literally, all of them. The same tsunami link. The tsunami series where she have the prophecy, the link to her own thing, the inner me. So like what else you know want me to do? I was on that for months. You know, listen. And Pastor Peter Chambers, Jeffrey Shuttleworth, you know, they keep warning. Mark Stewart, they keep warning. And you keep getting warning. You know what I'm going to do? What we do?
And they have put themselves in power. External interference.
Yes.
In the affairs of Jamaica in order to set things right.
Mm-hmm.
Since we have leaders who think nobody like them, and they have put themselves in power through corrupt practices.
Want to hear that?
We have a system of election where persons are to be duly elected, and they corrupt the system. So what God is going to do is going to use other means of displacing them. Watch and you will see.
What?
External intervention in addition to continued disasters of different types. So we shall see what we shall see. This is going to be a pivotal year which will pave the way for what will manifest in 2027. So we continue to pray the process through. Not if.
I have to play that one. Not if. Lord God, more videos. BBC. More videos of the earthquake down in Venezuela. Not if Jamaica is going to be changed. It will be changed. I have to play it again.
If Jamaica is to be changed, because we know Jamaica is being changed. Jamaica is being transformed. And by or before 2027, we will see a new Jamaica emerging. Not completely new, obviously, but there will be major turning points. One of them, finally, we will be led by a righteous prime minister.
My God.
And it might seem like a pipe dream. I'm smiling because those of us who are able to see in the realm of the spirit, we have some interesting developments coming this year that will trigger changes politically, which will take many by surprise, because there are those who think that they are around forever and they can stay as long as they want. We shall see what we shall see.
No Labour Party, that no Andrew Holness, no Desmond McKenzie. We will never surrender Jamaica to the People's National Party. So they think in their mind that they'll be around and nobody can move them. Every Wilmington, the same arrogance. Jamaica, God and time. God and time.
That's all I'm going to say. We shall see what we shall see. So apart from the intensification of judgment, which will come in different ways, not just natural disasters, but God will also use external intervention in the affairs of Jamaica.
That's right.
I'm going to say it one more time. God will use external interference in the affairs of Jamaica in order to set things right. Since we have leaders who think nobody like them and they have put themselves in power through corrupt practices, we have a system of election where persons are to be duly elected and they corrupt the system. So what God is going to do is going to use other means of displacing them. Watch and you will see. External intervention in addition to continued disasters of different types. So we shall see what we shall see. This is going to be a pivotal year which will pave the way for what will manifest in 2027. So we continue to pray the process through.
Now, I want to share this particular clip with a young lady. I just came across it recently. She was one of them that there was a viral video on TikTok where she had sent some barrel and the amount of money that they were charging her. She said, listen, she can't pay back for the barrel again 2-3 times. It don't make no sense. And it's about relief. She did blast the government. Listen to this, Jamaica. Wow.
Una always have the right answer them most of the time in the comment section. Jamaica will born and grow. One question that I want to ask. And when I ask a question them, una always have the right answer them most of the time in the comment section. Jamaica will born and grow in the suffering that go on before my born, after my born, while me living and I go on after me left the earth. Then Jamaica has faced 10,000 non-citizen convicts. I don't know if that's a word. Number one, no job not there, Jamaica. Number two, children are suffer. Man are suffer. Woman are I don't have time. And what kind of deal on the side when the Prime Minister wife got to speak at the house, that position, it was all a planting. I just want to ask, which part them are going to go on a plan to do with them? And then when I see the house, them are built over there, so on a plan to put them on. Because I can't understand. I don't know. When will Jamaican government start putting their citizens first? When will it stop being about greed? When will it go start make money consume? When will it go start care about the people that will live at Jamaica, the people that will suffer? One last question. Everything that was sent near the people them lose them house and everybody get back on house. Everybody alright now because when they move from one unfinished project to the next. So my comment section I got answer my question. Where them the 10,000 non-convict? I don't know if that's the word. Where them I go? One question.
Yo, may I tell you say all those questions are relevant. All of it. You know, I was listening to Colin Bell earlier, and Colin Bell played what Horace Chang said, and then he played. And I don't think anybody else caught that, you know. Yeah, for real, me have to big up Colin Bell, because I never catch it neither. He played something where Zaza Ali's life, isn't that Muhammad Ali's daughter? Oh wow, shout out to her. But Colin Bell, yes, Mighty God. Let me just go and play the other clip and then we find the Colin Bell clip.
Deposit $1 million in cash, you're a suspect. Under Jamaican law, if you walk into a bank and deposit $1 million in cash, you're a suspect. But the Prime Minister of Jamaica cannot explain how his net worth grew by $51.6 million in just 5 years. And he's still sitting in Jamaica House. So, tell me, who exactly is the law for? Before we go any further, let me introduce you to the cast. Because this story has characters. And they deserve to be called exactly what they are.
Listen to their name.
So the Prime Minister will refer to him as Andrew Baba. Like Ali Baba, the man who found the cave and helped himself. The Minister of National Security will refer to him as Horace Sham. Because everything he tells you turns out to be exactly that.
God.
The Minister of Education and Information will refer to as Dana Morris Fiction. Because facts are optional when your job is to protect and to twist the narrative.
That was my favorite. Dana Morris Fiction. And Dr. Horace Sham. Andrew Baba. Yo, me done. Hey, that brother ain't easy, man. Big him up.
And cabinet member Andrew Wheatley, we refer to him as Wheatley the Wealthy.
Wheatley the Wealthy.
$164 million in assets that the IC says he cannot explain. So remember those.
You should have called him Dr. Andrew Wealthy. Or Dr. Illicit Wheatley. Mighty God. Let's continue, Johnny.
Names, because by the end of this, hopefully you won't forget them. Let us deal with facts, real numbers. So, under Section 101A of the Proceeds of Crime Act, POCA, it is illegal for you as a citizen of Jamaica to conduct a cash transaction of $1 million or more. $1 million, which is less than 8,000 US dollars. So if you're a contractor who just got paid in cash, you cannot walk into a bank and deposit your own earnings without triggering a report to the authorities.
Yes.
If you're a higgler who saved up over years of hard work, you cannot pay off a debt, you can't purchase property, or set a financial obligation in cash above that threshold without the FID potentially knocking on your door. And if you try to split the money up into smaller transactions to stay under the limit, that is also a crime. They call it structuring. So the parish court can fine you $3 million or imprison you for 3 years for that. The circuit court, 10 years behind bars. And if you're traveling and you're carrying more than 10,000 US dollars or its equivalent, you must declare it at the border with clear proof of source and purpose for that money. You see, that's the law. That's the law for all of us. Now let us talk about Andrew Baba. So the Integrity Commission of Jamaica, the body created specifically to hold public officials accountable, investigated whether the Prime Minister owned assets disproportionate to his lawful earnings. What did they find? So they found that Andrew Baba's net worth grew by 51.6 million in the 5 years ending December 2021. So they found 4 bank accounts he had not declared. They found companies linked to him that filed nil tax returns despite
4 bank accounts he did not declare. I went over that earlier today. The same thing with them said the forensic reports was done and $30 million was spent and it came nil. Lied. Dirty Cliff Hughes and Ocean Wide. And the rest of the team lied. Andrew Jones lied. Talking about no file nil and nothing didn't come of it. If Andrew Jones had any integrity, he would have stopped him and said, no. That's not what happened. The forensic report is there and they claim such and such, but that's what they claim based off the evidence, which I disagree with. Keep it honest and real, not true. Let's continue.
Millions in transactions. His statutory declarations have been uncertified since 2021. Not 1 year, not 2 years. 5 years of unresolved declarations from the man who signs your laws. The Integrity Commission referred the matter to the FID. They referred it to the tax administration of Jamaica. They said there can be no finality without further investigation. And what did Andrew Barber do? So he went to the Supreme Court, filed about 23 orders and declarations trying to shut down the entire investigation. He called the Integrity Commission's report unlawful, unfair, unconstitutional. He's even trying to have the illicit enrichment provision of the Corruption Prevention Act struck down, the very law that requires him to explain where his wealth came from. So think about that. The man who cannot explain $51.6 million in net worth growth is trying to make it illegal to ask him. And while the courts deliberate, he remains in office, collecting our taxes as his salary, unbothered, uncertified, and still signing your laws. And it is not just Andrew Barber. His cabinet minister, Wheatley the Wealthy, the Integrity Commission's Director of Investigation, concluded that Dr. Wheatley acquired assets disproportionate to his lawful earnings in the amount of approximately $164 million between 2013 and 2022. $164 million that this government minister cannot explain. And he's now being recommended for criminal charges. And then there's the man who is supposed to keep you safe, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of National Security and Defense and Peace, Horace Sham. For years, Jamaicans were told that body cameras were coming. The cameras are on order. The cameras have arrived. Cameras are being deployed. Be patient. And then Horace Sham stood up at a post-cabinet press briefing and told you with a straight face that police officers wearing body cameras on planned operations was, and I quote, a crazy idea. Meanwhile, Indicom, Jamaica's own independent oversight body, confirmed that 311 civilians were shot and killed by members of the security forces in 2025 alone, a 65% increase over the previous year. In what I think was 252 fatal shootings investigations. And there was not a single body-worn camera activated, not one. In fact, when cameras were present, they were switched off, or they were turned on after the shooting was already done. So every word is a sham. This same man who stood in Parliament and told you that the deal to bring thousands of foreign deportees into Jamaica under a third country national arrangement was a US request, not Jamaica's idea, not his idea. However, a diplomatic note from the United States Embassy in Kingston says a Jamaican cabinet minister proposed the arrangement for up to 10,000 third country nationals to transit this island. They say one thing, the documents always says another. That is not miscommunication, that is a sham. Yes. A clear sham. And then let's Dana Morris Fictions, Minister of Education and Information, who stood up and told you this government deeply believes in human rights, while simultaneously threatening to go after every and any Jamaican who spreads what the government decides are blatant lies online. Think about the arrogance of that. The government whose Prime Minister cannot certify 5 years of financial declarations wants to decide what is true. The government whose Security Minister presided over 311 civilian deaths without a single camera rolling wants to police your speech. The government whose cabinet minister is facing charges for $164 million in unexplained assets wants to come after you for speaking your mind online. That is not governance. That is a political protection racket. And Dana Morris Fiction is the one writing these press releases. So, I'm speaking directly to every civil servant in Jamaica, every teacher whose classroom lacks books and basic resources while ministers accumulate wealth they cannot explain, every nurse working double shifts in an underfunded, understaffed hospital while a cabinet minister sits on $164 million in assets he did not earn through his salary, every customs officer who has stopped an ordinary Jamaican at the border and demanded proof of source of funds, knowing full well that the man at the top of the chain, of your chain of command, has 5 years of uncertified declarations and 4 undeclared bank accounts. Every police officer who has been sent on a planned operation without a body camera and knows exactly why those cameras stay off. Every bank teller who has flagged a small business owner, a market vendor, a hard-working Jamaican for a cash deposit over $1 million under a law that cannot seem to find its way to Jamaica House. Every revenue officer, every public servant, every Jamaican who has ever been made to feel like a criminal for handling your own money in your own country, I am calling on you. make your voices heard. Nationally, visibly, no. Not with violence, not with destruction, but the most powerful weapon any citizen holds. Your presence, your participation, your solidarity, your refusal to be silent. Speak at your workplaces, take your lunch breaks to the street, go online, protest. We must demand that the Financial Investigation Division, which we know exists to investigate financial crimes, apply the same standard to Jamaica House like it applies to every single ordinary Jamaican. You see, ordinary Jamaicans are held accountable for far more less. We need to demand that the Director of Public Prosecutions explain publicly why 51.6 million in unexplained network growth and 5 years of uncertified declaration does not move at the same speed as a market vendor under scrutiny for $1 million cash deposit. We need to demand that every minister who can't certify their declaration resign or be removed. And if they don't be removed, we will move them with our voice, with our vote, with our feet in the street, and with our absolute unapologetic refusal to be governed by people who doesn't want to even govern or be governed themselves. A few days ago, Andrew Barber said this in Parliament.
Madam,
you are a bully. You are a bully. You are a bully, and you will not bully us. You are.
Mr. Prime Minister, you are the bully. You bullied the Integrity Commission with Supreme Court injunctions. You bullied the Jamaican people with 5 years of uncertified declarations. You bully civil society with ministers who call accountability a crazy idea. You bully the truth with Dana Morris fiction. You bully the poor with the Proceeds of Crime Act that cannot find its way to your house or Jamaica House. But hear this clearly and let it settle. You will not bully us on seeing the truth. You will not bully us into silence. And you will not bully this nation into forgetting what you cannot explain. There's one law, Prime Minister, or no law. Under Jamaican law, if you walk into a bank and...
Yo, may I tell you, say, the bridge in this company, for Andre show sometime, you know, the youth name, the opinion with Ramsey, him on TikTok. When you see when I listen to the video, I agree with every single word of the man say. Me no want add, me no want take away. The man lay it down for all to understand. Think about that, and you hear what the man say, not violence. I tell you all the while, there's more than one way to skin a cat. When you feel like say, the contributions that you guys made are not minor contributions, ladies and gentlemen. No, never think that. Never think that. But with my last 20 minutes that I have, I want to go to this and do this recording because I really want to stay not too much over midnight. I don't know, I always stay extra time with you, and then I burn out because anytime I show me love, I show love back. So here we go on and hit up the like button, Sean double big up on yourself. And if you want to send anything on the cash app, let me know so I can shout to know before I left. Because I don't want to do anything to say. The cash app phone, me dip on the live with the cash app phone. So, true, me not really pay attention to it. Me not see nothing come up. Alright? Alright. Yeah, but if you want to send anything on the cash app, please let me know. Alright? Anyway, let's get into this, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get into this. So guys, welcome to the platform. Whoa. You know, so I have my microphone gone, but they are talking about guys, welcome to the platform. Microphone are there. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the platform. It's about BOLO VNR. Please remember to hit the like button as you come in. I want to highlight something of Colin Bell's show. Well, two things. I had a conversation with him, and I also want to highlight something that a brother said that I want to, amplify and resonate a suggestion that he made. So, let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. The first clip is this one. This is the first clip, alright? Remember to go to the Colin Bell Show, Paul and Spice TV, And make sure you say you guys go and subscribe, alright? Listen to this, ladies and gentlemen.
Mr. Weekly should hold his guns. He should hold his ground and put a chokehold around Andrew's neck.
Yes.
Because that's how you're gonna have the pressure on Andrew. He should stand his ground. And in the parliament, when Andrew stand up to speak, when Weekly stand up to speak, Xavier stand up to speak, I don't want them to leave the parliament. What I want them to do, stand up and turn their backs.
Wow.
Stand up in parliament and turn their backs.
That not sound bad at all.
That means they are still in the parliament. They didn't go nowhere.
That not sound bad.
Turn their back. That's what I think they should do. Don't leave out there because they're going to show that they're still present, but they don't respect the parliament that is conducting the parliament.
All right.
Stand up and
turn their backs. Thank you.
Jamaica. I don't know if that goes against the standing orders, man, but let me tell you something. I love that one there. Don't leave the parliament, but stand up and turn your back. A clear signal that that member does not share their respect. We have a protest in some way. What is going on is it's untenable. And the Prime Minister has no intention of operating with any level of integrity whatsoever. He's totally compromised. Right? But let's go on, because I had called in afterwards. Tell me what you guys think about that.
All right.
Yep. That's what I want them to do.
Thank you, sir.
All right. And listen, we can support them and they are in the state.
Thank you.
Yes, brother. Keep the word.
When government lies,
the viewers them as well.
Bolo, what go on, brother?
Yes, Stalin, good day to your viewers them as well.
Where, sir?
So, why? I have to say your stance was not a popular one in a but. Why I like your whole firm because it a manifest now. This preaching Andrew Wheatley is going to be one no so Andrew on his neck.
Listen, man, let me tell you something, Bolo. Let me tell you, when me come with them, the kind of argument there, vision me getting.
Yeah, man, it's going to be a no so on his neck.
Yeah, man, if the man resign, Andrew win. Enough people don't see that. If Wheatley resigns, it's a victory for Andrew because what he's going to say, he's stamping out corruption. Andrew can't stamp out no corruption. And Dr. Wheatley must stand his ground because Andrew Holness no better than Andrew Wheatley. He no man more than Andrew Wheatley. And the Integrity Commission was a cowardice when they did not charge him at 2 times. Them supposed to charge Andrew Holness Bowler. You remember the first?
Jamaica. This was news to me. I want to pay close attention. Because I never know what this is. The man teach me something today and I have to share it to him because if me never know, somebody else never know. Listen to Colin Bell argument.
Charge him at 2 times. Them supposed to charge Andrew Holness Bowler. You remember the first Wisconsin case?
We don't know about that one there.
But let me tell you.
The last one.
Let me tell you. There was a report on Andrew Holness about a company named Wisconsin, where Andrew Holness gave them a whole heap of contract. The Director of Corruption Prosecution in the Integrity Commission in the report said, and I quote, on the first and the second count, we found enough to charge the Prime Minister. However, because of the passage of time, we will not charge him. There was no statute of limitation on the crime.
Yes.
So Prince Kamika, at the time, I think she was the Director of Corruption Prosecution, never charged Andrew Holness, even though she said she found enough.
So she blocked Andrew from getting charged twice?
Well, I wouldn't say twice, because it is my humble opinion that based on that ruling, that was the reason why Kevin Stevens never sent the second one to her, because the second report, never got to the corruption of, never got to the Director of Corruption Prosecution.
Okay.
What can go so?
Never got to the corruption of, never got to the Director of Corruption Prosecution. Kevin Stevens' sidestepper. Hello! And people that talk about the FID, they are also forgetting that report was also sent to TAJ, and we have not heard from TAJ yet, because remember the man them said Andrew no pay no tax for some of the company them where this whole heap of money, one company lend $128 million and file deal tax.
Yes.
You understand?
Oh man. This is very interesting. Also, I saw it though. I think that the same report.
No,
I think that the same report when they go to the lady.
Two different reports. Two different reports, and her explanation was that maybe they couldn't find some of the people them. That's why she now about to charge him. The labor rights don't want to talk about that.
Wow.
And this man still sit there as Prime Minister. Him cannot fire Wheatley. And I am saying Wheatley must stand him ground because
no, Jamaica, I was not aware of this. So Andrew Wallace escaped charges because of that young lady, and then it appears as if Colin Bella make a solid argument. The next part of oh yeah man, I had this channel all the time, man. You guys just weren't paying attention. When I tell you guys to, when I used to be on screen and I tell you guys to subscribe to all of my channels, the names of them were right there, all 4 of them. But I'm glad you found me. But what I'm saying is, I'm big up yourself, Jeremy from China. What time is it over there? But yes, so the first time now, she didn't charge Andrew, but she had enough to charge him. Very interesting, based on what I'm hearing Colin Bell say, right? He's a cop. And then the second time now, Mr. Stevens decided to refer it to the TAJ and to the FID. And Colin Bell is of the opinion that once bitten, twice shy. He decided, no, I'm not going to send it to her again, you know, because she's just going to, with all the evidence we put in front of her the last time, she never charged him. So what is going to change? So the man, they say, you know what? We're going to the FID. It's 12:47 p.m. Wow, Thursday. Man. Boy, I tell you, boy, hey, China time be different. But listen, let's continue.
Bolo.
Him fully compromised. Him can't fire him and we don't want him to fire him neither because
I don't want
this thing is fester.
No,
Him
can't fire him, Bolo. That's why I don't want Wheatley to resign. Because Andrew cannot fire him. In 2018, when the Petrojam argument come up, Andrew fire him. When Ruel Reid argument come up, Andrew fire him. When Hutchinson argument, and unless a charge, that time Andrew the Brock will never come down for him yet. So me just show people, so when you are above the fray, you have the authority, the moral authority to deal with people who are corrupt. But when you are corrupt, you have lost that moral authority to act. So the Prime Minister does not possess that moral authority to tell Wheatley to step aside. He can't do it.
Yes, and from what I heard, you know, he attempted that in a meeting now, Belmont, but it couldn't work out because there is a man that must stand with him and stand with Wheatley. Somebody must stand with Wheatley and say, yo, if this a man left, you have to left you, brother.
But listen, there are others, you know, there are others who are under investigation for illicit enrichment, and they know. So if Wheatley step, when freedom time come, then we have to step.
You have to move to
and if we are going to move, you have the same thing, or you must have the same thing, the same sore you have, and you can go cook food, give people with the dirty sore foot. And our sore foot just come out, and you are telling me, say we can't come in the kitchen. Man, go sit down.
Yeah. You know, me never know say the labor right could have disintegrated into a lower level of disgrace than they have already had in previous times.
Jesus.
This Wheatley thing I really carried him to another level, you know, because now the man them openly attack the Integrity Commission.
Yes, you want me to last night? You want me to last night?
Andrew Holness also alluded to it as well, and Ocean Why. You understand me? I say,
but Bolo,
it's a clear war against the Integrity Commission now.
Andrew Holness made a statement on Nationwide that a lot of people not pick up. The man said he never knows a Wheatley under investigation. And he knows of no ongoing investigation. Then you are telling me, say, when the Integrity Commission table it in the Parliament, say how much people under investigation for illicit enrichment, the Prime Minister is telling us that he turned a blind eye and khaki ears to all of that? Is that the Prime Minister telling us?
Not only that, you know, him go further. Him say him hadn't had a chance to read the report after days of the report being tabled. And when the report came to Parliament, his wife seat, his wife seat, him know about it.
His wife seat before the table.
You understand what I say?
Remember say the wife seat before the table.
His wife seat, him know about it. Me know say his wife tell him, say, hello, this man I get charged illicit enrichment, brother. So Andrew Holness can't tell nobody say him not read the report and rate it.
Money wife. No must know. Money wife live together still.
Wife tell him, Colin. I want to tell Colin.
But them still.
As much as how they not array, what them stand together upon is maintaining power. And that is something for them.
I will give you that call. Yes.
I believe that she told him about this damn thing. You understand?
But
Parliament and
Bolo. If Andrew Holness, when Andrew Holness win the election in September, and a name in cabinet, are you saying to me that Andrew Holness never asked each of them, say, brother, you are one of the man where the IC investigate? Are you telling us that him not give one damn about the IC, so him never care who under investigation?
Fully done. I try to tell you, brother, the man are totally, the man dismantle the IC and discredit them. That's the man mission now. Because too much of them under investigation and they know everybody. You can't tell me say him don't know.
Him know every damn one of them.
Everybody
Every one of them. If
you
don't know them, him is an idiot.
Yeah, him know everything. Remember saying somebody love micromanage everything, you know?
Yes.
Remember saying somebody love micromanage everything, you know? That's why I have so much agencies in a field one office of the Prime Minister.
That is it. That is it.
But him know everything you are going. Don't make nobody, the people don't make it fool. Pick up yourself.
Bless up, Bolo.
Yes, so that is part one of what I wanted to share with you guys. I was totally unaware of the situation with the Integrity Commission and the young lady and how, you know, she did not charge Andrew on the first thing, and it looked like, say, Mr. Stevens, Kevin Stevens, he said, well, you know what I want? We're not using, we're not passing through your hands again because, you know, and we have said that, and not him said that. To all we are looking at it right now, it look like she compromised Jamaica. And the man then pray her like say she compromised, and the man then say, you what go on. We not use her. We not use her. But listen this now, because we have to give credit to Colin Bell. In me to pick up this. This a comparison between what when name Horace Chang said and what Andrew when they say about the TCN them. Boy, don't tell me what on the ear right I say, you know. Listen to this.
I go A-wire. Look, I got Dr. Chang first. When you listen to that question here, and listen to Dr. Chang answer, and then I'm going to play some.
Listen carefully. Listen to the Colleen. Listen. What's up, Colleen?
Due to the fact that this information was leaked, but had it not been, when
the information leaked is different from what I'm talking about, and that's what the problem is. You're conflating two things.
Yes.
Some information was leaked suggesting that we were in the process of negotiating the reception of 10,000 illegal immigrants.
Yes.
There is no such discussion, and that we can look to it this morning. It became part of a discussion because it is known that we were discussing
What's up, K-girl?
the third country transit third country nationals through Jamaica.
Yes.
But there are several other countries in the Caribbean. We signed on Wednesday and we decided we'd make a statement on it, and I reserved that statement for the diaspora event in Montego Bay yesterday, and we would have sent the press release out as normal.
This man is the Deputy Prime Minister. And on Thursday,
good to see you.
And we decided we would leave the statement for the biannual diaspora conference.
Guys,
that's what Chang said, right?
Get me up to 50K before me left now, guys. 50K likes.
That's what Chang just said.
Get me up to 200 likes before me leave, guys. 200 likes.
Hold on. Why? Make sure.
We don't have a problem. On this occasion, they are friends and they're
more on the accommodation for the
normal.
Okay, well,
transit third country nationals through Jamaica. Look at it. Caribbean. We signed on Wednesday and we decided we'd make a statement on it, and I reserved that statement for the diaspora event in Montego Bay yesterday, and we would have sent the press release out as normal.
All right. So him say we sign on Wednesday, and we say we'd leave the report. Hear what Prime Minister Andrew Holness tell Cliff Hughes say. Listen this.
Welcome to.
So him signed on Thursday and he would have announced it at the meeting in Montego Bay. That's what Horace Chang say, you know. Listen to the clear difference. Guys, hit the like button for me. Get me up to 200 likes now, man. Come on, man. At one time I hit the like button, you know, guys. Get me up to 200 likes. But listen to this. You're going to hear the clear difference.
Listen this.
Anyone knows, and I've explained before, you can't come until you are finished with all the negotiations. Everything is signed and done. So though we have signed the MOU, it is not yet implemented. It's not complete because the operationalization is not complete. Now, as soon as that is done, then we would have called a press conference. We would have said, this is what it's doing. You believe.
Jamaica, want to hear what Andrew want to say? And I never picked that up. So big shout out to Colin Bell. Make sure you want to go subscribe to the Colin Bell show, ladies and gentlemen. I never picked that up. Andrew only said, we signed the MOU. It is not operational. Yeah, may I play it again? It's not operational, right? And when it becomes operational, that is the time we will do a press conference and let everybody know. Horace Chang said, I signed on Wednesday, and in Mobe, I would have made an announcement. Jamaica, what is going on between Andrew Willis and Horace Chang? Is there turmoil in the Jamaica Labour Party? That is the Deputy Prime Minister. Why is there a miscommunication between what he's saying and what Andrew is saying? Let's continue. Or them just lie. Which is it? What is going on? Let's continue.
So, when government lie, the media, when government lie, the media.
So that's it.
Yes.
There is no such discussion, and that we can look with it this morning.
It
became part of a discussion because it is known that we were discussing the third country nationals through Jamaica.
Yes.
But there are several other countries in the Caribbean. We signed on Wednesday and we decided we'd make a statement on it, and I reserved that statement for the diaspora event in Montego Bay yesterday, and we would have sent the press release out as normal.
This man is the Deputy Prime Minister. And you hear what I said? We signed on Thursday, and we decided we would leave the statement for the biannual diaspora conference.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Chang said, right?
Yes.
That's what, hold on.
Play it again.
That's what Chang just said?
Play it again.
For Jamaicans who are deported,
Hold on. Sure.
We don't have a problem.
Why,
and this occasion,
Gremilton,
or on the accommodation for the...
Hold on.
Normal.
Okay,
well, transit third country nationals through Jamaica because they're Caribbean. We signed on Wednesday and we decided we'd make a statement on it, and I reserved that statement for the diaspora event in Montego Bay yesterday, and we would have sent the press release out as normal.
All right. So him say we sign on Wednesday, and we say we'd leave the report. Hear what Prime Minister Andrew Holness tell Cliff Hughes say. Listen this.
Anyone knows, and I've explained before, you can't come until you are finished with all the negotiations, everything is signed and done. So though we have signed the MOU, it is not yet implemented. It's not complete because the operationalization is not complete. Now, as soon as that is done, then we would have called a press conference. We would have said, this is what it's doing. You believe.
So, when government lie, the media must find the truth.
What can go so? All of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. The truth is the light.
Truth is the light, ladies and gentlemen. I believe it there, so I think I did an excellent job with my timing. I said I wanted to end maybe 12 or 1, and that's what I did. So like and share the video, guys. Follow me on all platforms. BOLO TBV, BOLO VNR Clips, BOLO VNR, and BOLO VNR 2.0. Those are my 3 channels. Alright. My 4 channels on YouTube. Yeah, something definitely wrong, man. All they do is lie, right? Well, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Yeah, my people. So, I don't think there's any. My birthday. merge, you know, I don't see how long. Social media, I haven't seen one. There's a link up. There's a link me out, man. Long time I don't see him. Brother, that you know. I'll give him a link, you know. Anyway, just scroll through to see if there's been any new update. I just be a football, man. I say. Be a football. Back-to-back powerful earthquakes hit Venezuela. Back-to-back? What do you mean by back-to-back? Collapsing buildings in the capital? Wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Let me just touch this little article a little bit there. No, man. You see that?
Collapsed building after an earthquake in Caracas, Venezuela, on Wednesday, June 24th, 2026. Caracas, Venezuela, AP. Back-to-back powerful earthquakes hammered Venezuela on Wednesday evening, collapsing buildings in the capital of Caracas. The U.S. Geological Survey said the first earthquake had a magnitude of 7.1 and its epicenter was west of the community of Moron, located along the country's Caribbean coast, about 168 kilometers, 104 miles, west of...
Wait a minute. So, NHBTC, you are in Venezuela? Are you in Venezuela? If you're in Venezuela, come up real quick and give us... Yes, Rena. Rena, go on your bed. I don't know how long you want to go on your bed. I just sent you an invite. I would love for you to come up and give us... Okay, you can come up. Oh, you're not in Venezuela? Okay. Just watch some. Okay. I thought you were there. Patuski, how you doing? Thank you for the follow. And for the persons that follow and everything and show love, yeah, get me to 50K before we leave now. You know, I really appreciate you guys. You know, it's hard to balance interacting with the chat. Oh, thank you. So there was a 7.1 and a 7.8. Let me hear what I'm going to say. Wow.
Of Caracas. The quake had a depth of 13 kilometers, 8 miles. Minutes later, the USGS reported an even larger 7.5 magnitude earthquake. The second quake had a depth of 10 kilometers and its epicenter was 16 kilometers, 10 miles, southwest of Moron. The U.S. Pacific Tsunami Warning Center issued tsunami alerts for Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands. People evacuated swaying buildings in Caracas and remained outside, many visibly shocked as they saw entire walls that had collapsed, making furniture visible from the street. Dust columns could also be seen in 2 neighborhoods of the capital, where restaurants and other businesses are typically busy. Interior Minister Diosdado Cabello said the quake could be felt in several states, adding that the Altamira neighborhood in Caracas had alarming situations, with collapsed homes and buildings. He urged people to remain outside as aftershocks could further damage some structures. He also suggested people were injured in the earthquake, asking motorists to clear the way to give way to ambulances and other emergency vehicles. We understand that some people may be desperate, but we are acting according to protocols to activate aid and rescue efforts to help those who need it most, Cabello said on state television. Be very careful with children and the elderly. Call each other and check that no one has been harmed.
Yep, this is very sobering. A 7.1 earthquake and then a 7.5. Venezuela. I know my country is due a big one, because you know, as an island we are stubborn. so, and we don't collectively decide to repent, so it is what it is. So I trust God I live right now. Like I said, guys, before you go, thank you so much TikTok for helping me to reach Joan Sinclair. Good night. Joan, I left at the end of any live now, you know. Tomorrow morning we'll be back. Alright. Tika was here earlier. I don't know if she's still here. She said tomorrow at 12. So tomorrow at 12, I will be on before 12 on BOLO TBV, obviously. But on BOLO on TikTok around 12, Mr. Paul Buchanan should be in the building. Alright, so you guys tell a friend for tell a friend for tell a friend. And make sure 12 p.m. Jamaica time. Very important. It's now 12:07. So 12 hours from now, Mr. Paul Buchanan should be in the building here on the show. Of course, I'll be streaming it on BOLO TBV as well. It should have happened yesterday because that's what Derval and Tika told me. But you know it go. I saw it go. Don't it? So tomorrow, guys, Valerie, big up yourself. All right. And for the persons on YouTube, when I end the live, please hit the like button. All right. Yeah, man. Hit the like button before you leave, ladies and gentlemen. See you guys later. The word is love. And thanks for coming. Appreciate each and every one of you. Have a blessed night.